कार की जय। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्री कृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मनां त्राता श्री कृष्णस्त्वमलात्मनाम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ध्येयं सदा परिभवघ्नमभीष्ट दोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चिनुतं शरण्यं भृत्यार्तिहं प्रणतपाल भवाब्धि पोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दं। नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमल पादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधातु पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Eternally devoted souls, for this entire week, the theme is Shyama Shyam Geet. We will sing some verses and I will explain them. I'll be pausing after every verse and explaining it. So please sing after me with love and devotion. श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा। श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला page 26.
घूंघट में देखे कैसे श्याम सुख धामा, घूंघट हटाए बुरा माने बूढ़ी बामा,
घूंघट हटाए बुरा माने बूढ़ी बामा,
घूंघट हटाए बुरा माने बूढ़ी बामा,
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा,
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
A gopi is caught in a quandary. Gopi is a milkmaiden of Braj, and the word gopi means one who keeps her love hidden, who keeps her love secret. She does not disclose to anyone the love she has for Shri Krishna. So the gopis, collectively the milkmaidens of Braj, known as the gopis, they are known as the greatest devotees of Shri Krishna. Great sages, greatest sages like Narad Muni they have praised the gopis. Brahma, the creator, desires the foot dust of the gopis. He bows at their lotus feet. Outwardly, these gopis are illiterate women folk, villagers. And in fact, in reality, even the most ordinary gopis are the verses of the Vedas. So they are filled with knowledge, the greatest knowledge. Very deserving souls have taken birth as gopis. When Bhagwan Sri Ram was wandering in the forest during his 14-year exile, many sages and ascetics, rishis and munis, saw him. They had his darshan, and because they were very pure-hearted, they fell in love with Bhagwan Sri Ram. They fell in love with him as the beloved, and each one thought to himself, I wish I were a female, and I wish that he would be my beloved. So Bhagwan Sri Ram, the omniscient Lord, he noted down the pure desire of all those sages and ascetics in the Dandakaranya, and he granted them, silently he granted them a boon, and that was that I will come back as Krishna and you will all come back as the gopis. Some of these gopis are those sages and ascetics. Some of them are the maids, servants of Sita Mata. When Bhagwan Sri Ram went to Janakpuri, then Sita Maya saw Bhagwan Sri Ram, and so did her maid servants. And all those maid servants, they fell in love with Bhagwan Sri Ram, desiring him as a beloved. They too have come back as the gopis. Some of these gopis are the sons of Agni Dev. So these are highly deserving souls who have come as the milkmaidens of Vrindavan. They live for Shri Krishna, they die for him. They breathe for him, they eat for his sake. These gopis, they eat food thinking that this body does not belong to me. It belongs to my beloved. So I need to keep it healthy. And I need to keep it healthy because I wish to serve my beloved. And Shri Krishna had said this to Arjun. O Arjun, these gopis are such that they would not even keep their bodies alive if they did not think their bodies to be my property. So one such gopi, she is caught in a dilemma, and that is that if she does not lift the ghungat, the veil covering her face, she cannot have darshan of Shyam Sundar. She cannot see Krishna, her beloved. But if she were to remove it, the older ladies would consider it to be a breach of social norms, and they will be offended. 5,000 years ago, in a small village, it was the norm that a married woman would keep her face veiled. She would keep the ghungat, and a very long ghungat. And she cannot see. Now the gopi cannot see Shri Krishna. And she badly wants to remove the veil. She wishes that she could just fling it back and never have that ghungat. But society would judge her, her mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, in-laws would judge her, and so she has to have the ghungat. So the ghungat is like Maya. The gopi is like the individual soul, and Shri Krishna is the supreme soul, and in between there is the ghungat, there is the veil, that's Maya, the veil of Maya. Between us, the individual soul, between the Jivatma and Paramatma, the supreme soul, there is a veil of Maya. Tera parda yog Maya, Govind Radhe, Mera parda Maya dono parda hata de. In another scripture, Radha Govind Geet, Shri Maharaj ji says, Jagat Guru Uttam, Shri Kripalu ji Maharaj says, O Thakur ji, O Shri Krishna, you are veiled by Yoga Maya, your divine energy, Yoga Maya, and I am veiled by Maya. So if you could please remove both the veils, you remove your veil of Yoga Maya and remove my veil of Maya so that I can see you clearly. So the gopi wishes to remove the veil and see Thakurji, see Shri Krishna. Although she cannot see him clearly, yet he has taken note of her desire, and Thakurji, Shri Krishna, will make some arrangement for the gopi to have his darshan, not only his darshan, but his touch as well, as we will see later on. We're on page 26. किसी की सुना ना करो सब ब्रज बामा एक की तो साथ लगावे बूढ़ी गामा
किसी की सुनाना करो सब ब्रज बामा एक की तो साथ लगावे बूढ़ी गामा
एक की तो साथ लगावे बूढ़ी गामा
एक की तो साथ लगावे बूढ़ी गामा
लोक लाज भार डारो लोक लाज भार डारो देखो सुख धामा निंदा सुनी बुरा जनी श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
A gopi is advising another gopi. She says, do not be intimidated by others. Because it's the nature of old ladies to make a mountain out of a molehill and blow matters out of proportion. So a gopi is saying to her friend, what will the elders think? What will these elderly gopis, how will they react? And the other one is saying, be bold. Don't worry about these ladies, these elderly ladies. They know only how to make a mole out of a mountain out of a molehill. So they exaggerate. Don't worry about them. This is a great advice for everyone in the world. It's great advice for everyone, without exception. And that is, if you are doing the right thing, do not be worried about what others say. Let's say that you're set out to do something important. It is difficult. It's a difficult task, but you have made up your mind to do it. Now there'll be 10 people telling you it can't be done. Don't do it. Don't start. You can't do it. It's impossible. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to those who will tell you you can't do it. Don't listen to those who will say, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Are you out of your mind? With the grace of God, you will succeed. Make your effort. With self-effort and the grace of God, you will succeed. And the only one who has failed is one who has never tried. One who is always afraid, if I do this, I don't know, I might fail, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to start. So we have truly failed if we don't even try. So this gopi is giving wonderful advice to another gopi. She says, don't worry about the wagging tongue of these elderly gopis, because they really know how to blow things out of proportion. But just ignore them. Have respect for them, but don't take to heart. But don't take their words to heart. And don't deprive yourself of seeing Shyam Sundar by worrying about opinions of others and about false prestige. You want to go see beloved Shyam Sundar and you're worried about what people will say, don't worry about that. Because even if you're doing the right thing, so many people will insult you, they will go against you. There was a Sufi saint, and he said, essentially what he said was, if you do bad things, if you perform evil deeds, then the good ones will insult you. They will find fault with you, right? And if you do good, the bad ones will find fault with you. So either way, you're going to be criticized, so you may as well do good. Become good by doing good. Because we become as we act. As we think, so we act. As we act, so shall we become. So do the right thing. Don't worry about what people are saying, because people will talk. It is impossible to please even one person in the world all the time. That one person is very happy with you today, but tomorrow that opinion in that person's mind, opinion about you, might change. It will change. If not tomorrow, then day after tomorrow. At some point, the same one who praises you will condemn you and criticize you. So the gopi is giving excellent advice to all of us. Don't worry about what society will say. So many times, parents give a faulty logic to their children. What will society say? What will people in our samaj, what will they think? हमारा समाज kya sochega? Without thinking about the happiness of their child, they think about what society will say. They should rather say, this is not good for you, my child, so don't do this. No, what will society think? You're doing this. And this is not what people will not like this. You want to become a tattoo artist? Oh my God, what will the Sharmas and the Varmas and the Kapoors, what will they think? What will society say? You, where everybody's son and daughters, everybody's children are becoming doctors and engineers, here you want to be a tattoo artist? What will society say? Give another logic that, maybe you want to study more, or maybe you want to get into another one, maybe keep it as a hobby. But no, what will society say? We will not be looking good in the eyes of others, so you should become a doctor because we have our prestige to take into consideration. Very faulty logic, very wrong reason. So do not deprive yourself of seeing Shyam Sundar by worrying about opinions of others and about the sense of false prestige. मन भरी देखी ना, मन भरी देखी ना, पाए श्याम भामा, आगे सास पाछे नंद, कहा करे बामा.
मन भरी देखी न
पाए
श्याम भामा, आगे सास पाछे नंद, कहा करे बामा.
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 कैसे देखें नयनाभिराम, बामा. एक डरपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
कैसे देखे नयना विराम बामा. एक डरपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
एक डरपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
एक ब्रजपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
एक डरपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
एक डरपति एक लोक ब्रज धामा.
ओ श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा. गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा. गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
A gopi was going somewhere when she saw Shyam Sundar on the way. She longed to look at him to her heart's content. But her father-in-law was walking behind. Her mother-in-law was walking behind and sister-in-law was walking in front of her. So afraid of how they would react, the gopi could not see her beloved to her heart's content. A married gopi relates her distress. Kaise dekhe nayana bhiram bama? How can I see Shyam Sundar to my heart's content? On the one hand, there is a fear of my husband, and on the other, I have the fear of worldly opinion. What will the world say? There were married gopis and then there were unmarried gopis. The married gopis had many, many restrictions. They didn't have free access to Shyam Sundar. They couldn't leave home whenever they wanted. They had very few excuses to make to get out of the house. So the married gopis, they had a lot more restrictions. At the same time, the married gopis, their love for Shyam Sundar grew much greater. Their love was much greater than the love that the unmarried gopis had for him. Because where there is restriction, the love grows. The gopi she longs to see her beloved, but she can't. See, when we have the freedom to do something, we take it for granted. But when that freedom is taken away, then we think, oh my goodness, I had this privilege and I didn't understand the importance of it. Now I have all these restrictions and I cannot do what I was able to do then. So the gopi is not able to have free access to Krishna. So she longs for him, she cries for him, she wants his darshan so badly. And because of that, there is fire inside of her. That is a fire of viraha, separation. And that fire of separation burns very, very brightly within her. And it makes her love go higher and higher. Her love rises. Her love grows. And so she is so much more in love with Lord Krishna than even the unmarried gopis are. So Shri Krishna deliberately got those gopis married so that their love could increase. So whenever these gopis, they have the darshan of Shri Krishna, when they have some private moments with him, when a gopi is alone with Shyam Sundar, then she truly relishes those moments. And her love is so great that she still thinks, and she says to him, "Oh my beloved, when I have the rare opportunity to take your lotus feet, the soles of your lotus feet, and press them to my heart, I do it very gently because your lotus feet, your charan are infinitely soft, and my heart is hard like a stone. So I do not wish to hurt the softness of your lotus feet. So even when I get a chance, a rare opportunity to embrace your lotus feet and press them to my heart, I do it very gently." This is the selfless love of a very great gopi. You see, when we are given an opportunity to experience happiness, at least what we call happiness, then we don't care about what the other person feels. For instance, a mother, her child is very small, and the mother she loves her child so much that sometimes she just wants to squeeze him. So she hugs him very tightly. And the child is very delicate. She doesn't mean to harm the child, but the child starts to cry. And then the mother realizes that she has embraced her child too hard. And she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it." She got caught in her own happiness. And that's not real happiness. The gopi is experiencing genuine happiness, true happiness, and unlimited happiness, taking Shyam Sundar's lotus feet and pressing them to her heart. But even then, she doesn't get caught up in her own happiness. She thinks about Shyam Sundar's comfort. She thinks about his happiness, and she says, "I press your lotus feet to my heart very gently because I do not wish to hurt them." So these married gopis, their love grew to great proportions. A gopi says, "Ghungat utha ke kaise dekhu? How can I lift my veil? How can I look at Shyam Sundar without lifting my ghungat, my veil that's covering my face? You see, if I uncover my face, then my husband is standing nearby and watching me very intently. Because the husband has an idea that she's paying a lot of attention to this Nandlal. And something, koi chakkar chal raha hai lagta hai. Something's going on. So he's got an inkling, and he's very, very looking at her very intently, that I'll see how you look at him. You've got a ghungat on, keep it. And so she's saying, what do I do? What do I do? How can I see him? But Shyam Sundar always has a way. He always finds a way. For instance, a married gopi wants to have darshan of Shyam Sundar. She cannot get out of the house. So he comes to the house. He goes to the storehouse and he gets into the pot of freshly churned butter, and he makes sure that he makes enough noise so that she will hear him and that she will come into the storehouse. She will have his darshan. She will grab hold of his arm, so she's getting the touch. And then she tells her mother-in-law, Mata ji, ye dekho badmaash phir se aa gaya. Main isko na iski maa ke paas leke ja rahi hu. She will say to her mother-in-law, Mother, I am going to take this scoundrel, this Yashoda's son, the naughty one. He has been stealing from our pantry once again. And so, Mataji, I'm going to Yashoda, and I'm going to, I've caught him red-handed today. And the mother-in-law says, Jao beti, jao bahu, jao. Go, my dear daughter-in-law, go and report him to his mother. So the gopi gets to hold his hand for such a long time. She takes him to Yashoda. She takes her time. In the meantime, she looks at him again and again. Shyam Sundar looks at her, and he winks at her, and he gives her so many experiences while she takes him to his mother's house. So in this way, the all-knowing Shyam Sundar devises a method. He devises many methods to give darshan to the lovelorn gopi. घूंघट उठा के कैसे देखूं छवि धामा, पति खड़ा घूर घूर देखे निज बामा। घूंघट उठा के कैसे देखूं छवि धामा, पति खड़ा घूर घूर देखे निज बामा। पति खड़ा घूर घूर देखे निज बामा। पति खड़ा घूर घूर देखे निज बामा। घूंघट उठा के देखा श्याम एक बामा। आया पति बोला चलो खबर लूंगा धामा। घूंघट उठा के देखा श्याम एक बामा। आया पति बोला चलो खबर लूंगा धामा। आया पति बोला चलो खबर लूंगा धामा। आया पति बोला चलो खबर लूंगा धामा। श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त
आठोयामा श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण रामा गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठोयामा.
So a gopi who was carried away by love, she just could not see Krishna, so she uncovered her face. She took the ghungat back, and so that she could look at Shyam Sundar. And her husband saw her at that point. He was so enraged, he said, "Wait till you get home. I will teach you a lesson that you'll never forget." But you know, Shri Krishna is not only the beloved of the gopis, he's also the beloved. He's not only the Lord and husband and beloved of the gopis, he's also the Lord and the husband of the husbands of the gopis, because he is the beloved of all living creatures. Govinda eva purusho brahma dhyah striya eva hi. The Bhagavad says that Govinda, Shri Krishna, is the only Purush, he's the only male. And all the rest, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, everyone else is a female. So her husband is saying, wait till you get home, but he does not perhaps realize that his beloved is also Shyam Sundar. But the gopi is extremely fortunate. She's blessed to be in the body of a female so that she can easily accept Shyam Sundar as her beloved. Remember, I was saying that in the earlier lifetime, these gopis, many of them were males. They were rishis, the sages and ascetics of Dandakaranya, and they had seen Bhagwan Sri Ram and desired him as a beloved. And they were the sons of Agni. So now they have desired and they have become deserving of the female form of life. So now they've all become female. So now they can truly accept him. It's easy for them to accept Shri Krishna as the beloved. At the same time, even the males will have to think themselves to be females in order to drink the sweetest nectar of Shri Krishna. In order to love him as a beloved, everyone, it's easier for female, but even a male would have to think himself to be a female. I am a 16-year-old gopi, he would have to think. And my beloved, my Priyatam is Shyam Sundar. And so in this way, by thinking this, a lot of men say, I can't do that. Of course, you can do it. Anyone can do it. It takes practice. It's easier for a female, yes, but what are you going to do? You are in the male form of life. You are a male body, so you think yourself to be a female and love Shri Krishna as the beloved. Because he is the only beloved, he is the only male, and everyone else is a female. Gopinam tatpatinam cha sarvesham eva dehinam. Again, the Bhagavad says, Shri Krishna is the husband of the gopis, but he's also the husband of the husbands of the gopis. He is everyone's husband, protector, beloved. So now we go to a gopi who is putting on airs and telling Krishna off. So much love. She has so much love in her heart, but outwardly, inside she is saying yes, yes, yes. Outwardly she is saying, no, 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 get away from me. मैं नाही बनूं तोरी सुन सुख धामा मेरा पाछा छोड़ ढूंढ और को बामा मैं बनूं तोरी सुन सुख धामा
मेरा पाछा छोड़ ढूंढ और को बामा
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 मेरा पाछा छोड़ ढूंढ
घट पे घट फोरा मोरा सुख धामा सास फोरे सिर बिनु घट गए बामा
घन घट पे घट फोरा मोरा सुख धामा सास फोरे सिर बिनु घट गए बामा
सास फोरे सिर बिनु घट गए बामा
सास फोरे सिर बिनु घट गए बामा
ओ श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
So a gopi says to Shri Krishna, she says, Shyam Sundar, she says, leave me alone. I can never be yours. Look for another gopi to love. So you see, there are two kinds of verses in the Vedas. There are the verses that glorify Shyam Sundar. They glorify God. Sahasra Shirekha, Sahasrakshah, Sahasrapat, Sabhu Migvam, Sarvatas Pritavat, Yatishtad Dashangulam. That he has countless eyes, countless ears, countless this. They're praising him. So you can say they're just going, they are expressing their love for him, glorifying him. And then there are others that say, he's not this, he's not that. So, adrishta, mavyavaharya, magrahya, malakshana, machintya, mavyapadesha, mekatma, pratyasaram, prapancho, pashamam, shantam, shivamadvaitam, Mandukya Upanishad. He cannot be seen, cannot be heard. It's impossible to interact with him. He cannot be grasped. Negative, negative, negative. So there are gopis who openly love, they declare their love for Shyam Sundar. They will let him know that, she will let him know she loves him. But then this gopi is the other one who says, no, just stop following me. Mera picha mat karo, she says to Shyam Sundar. There is so much love within her heart, but outwardly she says no to him. She said, go find somebody else. I'm unavailable. And I was saying earlier that although the many gopis, the married gopis, they find that there are many restrictions imposed by society and by their in-laws, they cannot leave the house, but because Shyam Sundar is all-knowing, because he's omniscient, he finds ways to give them darshan. So one such gopi who has had darshan of Shyam Sundar, he has made sure that he goes to where she has gone, and she has gone to the Ghat, that is the shore of the Yamuna River, where there is a cement platform where you can go and you can bathe and you can wash your clothes, and where you can fill water, your pitchers with water. And he goes there, and the gopi says, I was at the Ghat when Shyam Sundar came and broke my pot of water. Now if I go home without the water pot, my mother-in-law will break my head. Saas phore sir, binu ghat gaye bama. Meri saas mera sir phod degi, agar binu ghat, bina ghade gaye, agar hum ghar gaye, to saas sir phod degi. So the gopi is complaining like this. But in fact, she has been blessed with the darshan of Shyam Sundar. And there is a beautiful composition of Sri Maharaji in another scripture. Most of you know it very well, Prem Ras Matira. In it, Sri Maharaji depicts a beautiful scene of a gopi who has filled her pot of water, and she is carrying it home, she's going home, and Shyam Sundar wants to get her attention. He has decided to grace her, and she is not looking in his direction. So what he does is, he throws a pebble at the pot of water that she's carrying. And when she notices that her pot of her earthen pot, her ghada, it has punctured, and she knows that somebody has been mischievous and somebody has thrown a pebble, and so she flings her ghungat back, turns back and looks at him. And when she looks at him, she loses consciousness. She just about loses consciousness. And Shyam Sundar's his purpose has been solved. His purpose was for the gopi to see him. He wants to grace her. So he had to do something. So he broke her pot of water, and she looked back, and tears started flowing from her eyes. So Shri Maharaj Ji says, on the one hand, it nagari ut gagari bahat prema jaladhar. So there is, on the one hand, the water is coming out from the pot of water, because there's now, the pebble has lodged in it and it has broken. From the back, there's water coming from the water pot, and in the front, the gopi is shedding tears, so water is flowing from her eyes. It's a beautiful scene that is depicted by a beautiful bhajan from Prem Ras Madira. So Shyam Sundar has found a way to remove all restrictions from the gopi's life. She had wanted badly to see him, so he has given her darshan. We continue. यमुना नहाने गई वहाँ सुख धामा, देखा देखते ही लुटी गई ब्रजबामा।
यमुना नहाने गई वहाँ सुख धामा, देखा देखते ही लुटी गई ब्रजबामा।
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 जमुना नहा के बैठी, जमुना नहा के बैठी, ब्योरे बार बामा। चोरी चोरी देखे श्याम, बिकी बिनु दामा।
जमुना नहा के बैठी, ब्योरे बार बामा। चोरी चोरी देखे श्याम, बिकी बिनु दामा।
चोरी चोरी देखे श्याम, चोरी चोरी देखे श्याम, बिकी बिनु दामा।
चोरी चोरी देखे श्याम, बिकी बिनु दामा।
आनंद जल लखी श्याम, सुख धामा। बिनु देखे पुनि दृग जल भरे बामा।
आनंद जल लखी श्याम, सुख धामा। बिनु देखे पुनि दृग जल भरे बामा।
बिनु देखे पुनि दृग जल भरे बामा।
बिनु देखे पुनि दृग जल भरे बामा।
यमुना तट परस चह, बामा सुख धामा। श्याम ने उठाया गिरी झूठ मूठ बामा।
यमुना तट परस चह, बामा सुख धामा। श्याम ने उठाया गिरी झूठ मूठ बामा।
श्याम ने उठाया, श्याम ने उठाया गिरी झूठ मूठ बामा।
श्याम ने उठाया गिरी झूठ मूठ बामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गावरो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
So a gopi went to Yamuna to bathe. And remember 5,000 years ago in Braj, in Vrindavan, it wasn't, people didn't have running water inside the house. So the gopi would have to go to the Yamuna river to fetch water for daily consumption, for drinking, and for washing clothes, washing dishes, and so on and so forth. So, and to bathe also. So she has gone to the Yamuna river to bathe, and there she saw Shyam Sundar. Again, he makes himself available, so he creates a situation where the gopi will see him because she's deserving of having his darshan. And so she looks at him, and the moment she sees him, she is lost in his love and surrenders herself fully to him. Mentally, her heart surrenders to Shyam Sundar. The individual soul, the Jivatma, surrenders to Paramatma. You see, we have surrendered to worldly people time and time again. We find no shame in doing that. We surrender to so many, we have surrendered to so many people. Think about it. A woman, she gets married and surrenders to her husband. And in the olden days, and to a certain extent even today, in rural parts of India, there are girls who are getting married, and the girl does not know what her husband looks like. But she makes up her mind that that's her husband and that everything that she has belongs to him. Countless times we have done this. We have given everything to the world. And we have done it without hesitation. But when it comes to God, then we say, how can I give everything over to God? But He's the one who gave everything to us. He is the one who is our one and only. He is our one and only. We say, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. You are my only mother, my only father, my only brother, my only friend, my only wealth, my only knowledge. So, Divyo Deva Eko Narayano Mata Pita Bhrata. The Vedas say that Shri Krishna is the only mother, father, brother, friend. He's the only destination. He's the only shelter. So, where is the shame in surrendering to him? The gopi sees him, and she's so pure-hearted that as soon as she sees him, she surrenders. And you know, this is what it is that God and Guru also, divine Guru, one who is God realized, they're like magnets. So, you know, a magnet attracts iron. So if you place an iron, magnet rather, and then spread some needles around it, the pure iron needles will go immediately. They'll be attracted immediately to the magnet. They will stick to the magnet immediately. The needles that are 50% iron and 50% some other metal, they will go half the way, then they'll stop. The ones that have a very small percentage of iron in them, they will go just a little bit towards the magnet, then they will stop. And the ones that don't have any iron, they will not move from their spot. God is like that. So this gopi sees Shyam Sundar, she falls in love immediately. That is a pure heart. The more impure the heart, the longer it takes to fall in love with God, and the longer it takes to accept a guru. The purer the heart, the easier it is, the faster it is to accept God and Guru. Because God and Guru are like magnets. So if they don't attract us, it's not that they're at fault, it's that we are at fault. Our heart is faulty, our heart is impure. In the Ramayana, Tulsidas ji says, and you can say that Bhagwan Shri Ram says through Goswami Tulsidas ji, Nirmal man jan so mohi pava, mohi kapat chal chedra na bhava. So Bhagwan says, I like a pure heart. I don't like deception. I don't like artificiality. I want purity, purity of the heart. So when a pure heart sees God or true saint, then that heart becomes immediately attracted. So the gopi sees him, immediately she falls in love with him. The gopi's eyes are now full of joyful tears when they see Shyam Sundar, and tears of sorrow. She sheds tears of sorrow when she is separated from him. A gopi was standing on the bank of the Yamuna. Yamuna tat paras chah bama sukh dhama, Shyam ne uthaya giri jhoot moot bama. It's very, very sweet. A gopi standing on the bank of Yamuna had an intense desire for Shyam Sundar's touch, his divine touch, that will make us forget every other touch in the world. When she pretended, what she did was she pretended to fall into the water. And the all-knowing Shyam Sundar went running to pick her up, and in this way he fulfilled her desire. Because he is all-knowing, he knows what's in her heart, so she pretends to fall down, and he rushes to rescue her, and in this way he fulfills her desire. The final two dohas, verses. मैं गोरी तुम कारे देखें ब्रज बामा, काग हंसा जोरी कैसी जाओ निज धामा.
मैं गोरी तुम कारे देखें ब्रज बामा, काग हंसा जोरी कैसी जाओ निज धामा.
काग हंसा जोरी कैसी जाओ निज धामा.
काग हंसा जोरी कैसी जाओ निज धामा.
श्याम बोले कारे तो हैं साले गरामा, पूजा करें ब्रजवासी अरु ब्रज बामा.
श्याम बोले कारे तो है साले गरामा, पूजा करे ब्रजवासी अरु ब्रज बामा.
पूजा करे ब्रजवासी, पूजा करे ब्रजवासी अरु ब्रज बामा.
पूजा करे ब्रजवासी अरु ब्रज बामा.
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा.
A gopi, Shyam Sundar declares his love to a gopi. Now imagine the Supreme Lord is saying to the individual soul that he loves her. He declares his love. Because who can really love us more than God? God is the one who loves us without any self-interest, without any selfish motive. So he declares his love because the gopi is deserving. She has taken birth as a female. Again, many of them were in the male form earlier, and now they have come in the female form because they had desired Bhagwan to be their beloved. So he declares his love to a gopi, but she says, "Are you serious?" She says, "A crow is no match for a swan." In other words, you are so dark, you're like a crow, and I am so fair of color, I'm like a swan. But Shyam Sundar does not accept defeat very easily. He defends his position. He says, "Oh gopi, so what if I'm dark?" Bhagwan Shaligram is also jet black, but he's worshipped by all the men and women of Braj as God. You know, just a few days ago, there was Tulsi Viva, and Tulsi and Shaligram get married. So Bhagwan Shaligram is very dark. He's in the form of a round black stone. So Thakurji says, so what if I'm dark? Bhagwan Shaligram is also dark and he is worshipped by all. Now what can the gopi say to this? Again, the gopi is saying yes, yes, yes on the inside. Outwardly she says no, no, no. So she does not easily let him know that she's very pleased with this, but she refuses him. But Shyam Sundar knows her heart and he does not accept defeat. These are some of the verses of Shyama Shyam Geet, which is comprised of 1008 dohas and couplets, 2-line verses by Jagadguru Uttam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj. I selected these ones because these they're filled with nectar, they're filled with the ras, and it's so nice to talk about the gopis. It's so nice to hear about the gopis and the gopis' love for Shyam Sundar, because these gopis are role models for us. And we should love Shri Krishna as the gopis love him. Sage Narad, in his most excellent scripture, Narad Bhakti Darshan says, Tat Sukha Sukhitvam. True love is that in which the devotee only works for the happiness of the beloved. And then he thought, people reading my scripture will want to know an example of such a devotee. What kind of devotee is this? Can you give me a name of a devotee who loves God for the happiness of God? And so Narad Muni then wrote another sutra saying, Yatha Braj Gopika Nam. What I mean to say is that the gopis love him like this. The gopis love Shyam Sundar for his happiness, never for their own. So these gopis are role models. Our Gurudev, Jagadguru Uttam Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, has taught Gopi Prem to the whole world. And it's always such a privilege to talk about the gopis. It is a privilege to sing these verses. It is a privilege to read them and to understand them and to laugh when we read these and cry. And mostly our heart becomes full of devotion as we sing these verses of Shyama Shyam Geet. For the whole week of this long retreat, the theme is Shyama Shyam Geet. So tomorrow there will be other verses and we will enjoy them. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. Jai. Boliye Shyama Shyam Geet ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.